Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome to 48 Frames Company. Today we'll be discussing about yet another HR topic. It's about few tips that I would like to share with individuals who are going for an interview, as in how they can prepare themselves for an interview and present themselves better. Now, considering the current situation, most of the time it is a virtual interview that happens, but I will also be touching about other aspects of walk-in interviews or the face-to-face interviews that you might have to face in the future, or maybe few of the companies are calling you for the face-to-face interaction. So being an HR professional, I do have an idea about what is that an HR looks for in a candidate while they walk in or while we have a virtual interview. So I would be sharing few tips on how you can present yourself better in an interview. Okay, so in the previous video, I did discuss about how a fresher can make an impressive resume. In the same way, how you can impress a panel or an interviewer with your skills is what I'm going to discuss today. Firstly, see, as I said, you need to be dressed appropriately. Now, there is nothing like an appropriate when it comes to most of the organizations today, but definitely they are not looking for a funky outfit to be worn by an interviewee. So something that makes you comfortable. Now that if it is virtual, all that matters is up above, but then what makes you more confident is if you're dressed well, if it is a neatly pressed dress. I think a lot of us feel more confident and comfortable when you are neatly dressed and when you present your best. So even though it is just about the half portion that you see on a cam, it is about how well you present yourself up above too. So if you have not had a shave for a really long time and if you have your stubbles grown out, maybe it would be better if you would present yourself in a much more impressive way by having a little more cleaner face for the boys. And even if it is the girls, I would suggest them to present themselves in a neat manner, even though you're sitting in your house. But here what matters the most is if you are able to use a customized background, it's well and good. Otherwise, you can always log into the meeting, either it is Zoom or any of the team Google apps or anything that you're using for the interaction, and set your video right so that the ambience is set right and you feel a lot more confident. It wouldn't be nice if you're having a few inner garments dangling behind or anything that makes you uncomfortable dangling behind. So it is always advisable that you log in at least 5 minutes before the interview and have a look at how you look in the camera and how the background looks like. So that is about the virtual one. Now, when we talk about you coming into the office, dressing confidently in the sense, we are not talking about branded clothes, we are not talking about brand new clothes, but whatever you have in a very neatly presented manner. Maybe you can get it pressed, wear shoes, keep your foot covered. See, when it comes to freshers, sometimes we might take it lightly, but then not all organizations would consider it light. So whatever the best you can present yourself in which you're confident is what I'm referring to. Especially when it comes to girls, if you have a neat hairstyle pulled back and not too high heels that is making you uncomfortable, not too much of makeup that is bothering you too much while you're entering into a cabin, is advised. Because most of the time, while we have interviewed, we have seen a lot of people trying to manage their fringe, their bangs, and sometimes their shoes, anything that's uncomfortable. Do not make yourself be the best. So when it comes to these two things about your outer appearance, as in how you carry yourself, no matter it is a video call or you're having a face-to-face interview, it is very, very important to present your best. Okay, so coming to the next one, there's always a question like, how do we start? Like, what do we talk about? See, one of the most commonly asked questions would be to talk about yourself. Now, the HR panel has become even smarter and they do not use such questions because you are trained, you are parrot trained in your institution, as in how you introduce yourself and what are the points that you need to cover when they ask you that question. So people have become more intelligent in framing the question differently. However, that being said, always the interviewers would try to understand your qualification, your background, your interest. So be prepared with that. So when you hand over the resume, or if the interviewer is having a look at it virtually over the system, they do have an overview about you. So you should know what you have written in your resume, first of all. Sometimes they might ask you to introduce yourself. That's a very traditional question. Otherwise, they might just randomly ask you to talk about something that is not mentioned in your resume. So have enough data about yourself, know yourself really well to talk casually about yourself. Okay, so the resume that you represent yourself should be a genuine one. It should be about yourself, not copied from your friends. So you have the answers set, right? The next thing would be to do your research really well. If you're applying for an A company, do visit their website. Now on the website, what is that you need to see? You need to see what are the services they provide. Okay, if you are smart enough and you really want a particular job, you can align your resume similar to that. If you have some similar skill sets which would match their requirement, you can align your resume that way. There is no fixed format as in how you need to write a resume, isn't it? So you have to have a look at that company's website, look at their services, look at their clients, look at the number of centers they have. If possible, if they do have the representation of their panels, please do have a look at it. You have to do a good amount of background study of the organization. So you can use portals like LinkedIn where they would represent themselves. You can use Glassdoor, you can use various other portals where you can see reviews, you can see people talking about the facilities that they provide. So have a good knowledge about that particular A company that you are going to give your interview. So when they ask you certain things, they might just ask like, what do you know about our organization? You should have enough knowledge about that particular organization. Some of them would be having certain certifications which they are really proud about. So you should have that knowledge and you can encash on them during a conversation with an HR. Okay, so that makes that gives an impression that you have done your homework well and you are really in need of this job and you are really looking forward to be a part of this organization. So that is the kind of homework that you need to do. That does not mean that you do not do your homework and you take the liberty of, if it is an online interview and you cannot take the liberty of being online and you search on the spot while that is being questioned and you look like a fool looking all over for the answer. That does not give a good impression. Do not take the virtual interviews in a lighter way, because that adds on a lot. So please be prepared beforehand, as in keep adequate knowledge about the organization in hand so that you are able to answer them even more confidently. Now there are few of you all who may not be that confident while you are talking, but then you could possibly be a good resource to the organization. There is no harm in letting them know that you are nervous and this is the first interview that you're facing and you're a little confused and you may not sound very confident. This is something that you can always express. End of the day, what you need to understand is your talent is something that the company is seeking for. Both of you are interdependent. The organization needs people with skill sets and you need an organization to display your skill sets, right? So this is a mutual dependent thing. It is not like, you do not have opportunities. If not this organization, there are hundreds of organizations waiting for you. And if not this candidate, there are hundreds and thousands of candidates waiting to get an opportunity to be a part of that organization. So it is presenting yourself the best only and if only you're really interested in that organization and that position. Please do apply for it, because otherwise both of us are going to be under loss. I mean, our time is wasted, your time is wasted, right? So coming to the point, first of all, dress comfortably, see that your ambience is right if it's a virtual interview. Secondly, present yourself right on a resume. Do not just copy random resumes and forward it to the HRs. Have adequate knowledge about yourself as well as your skill sets, plus enough knowledge about the organization, because if you have to have a discussion with them, you have to discuss about that particular organization. You cannot be discussing any random things, right? And you can always acknowledge that if you're nervous, if you feel that you can be very honest in telling them that maybe I sound a little not so confident because this is my first interview. I do not know how to face an interview. I'm a little nervous. You definitely can express that to the panel. There's no issues with that. So coming to the next one, you can always end the meeting on a positive note. See, most of the time, which I do not entertain, is that the HR says that we will get back to you. So this get back to you has to be comprehended, right? So you can always end that with a positive note by saying that I'm looking forward to your call, or I'm looking forward to be part of your organization, is something that you should conclude with. No matter how they are processing your application, it does not matter, but as a candidate, show the positive sign. Even if you have not done that great, always show a positive sign while you conclude the interview. And whenever they give you an option to ask questions, you can ask questions. There is no harm in asking any questions. But that is why you need to do adequate research on their website. So when they ask you, do you have any questions for me? You can definitely ask questions. Now again, the kind of questions you ask has to be really smart. It shouldn't be like, how many leaves do you have? How many hours do you work? That kind of shows that you're not very keen, you're looking for more holidays, you're not someone who wants to build your talent, you're not someone who wants to give you 100% to your job. So come up with smart questions, maybe about what are the innovations that they have done, what is the scope that you have as you grow in this organization. See, I can do a separate session related to all these topics, but this is what I wanted to say in general, as in this would be the 5 or 6 points that you need to keep in mind while you're attending an interview. And if you are ready with all of it, you would be more confident and you would succeed in your interview to a certain level. So these were the few things that I wanted to share. Hope you liked the session. If you have liked the session, please do hit a like. If you think someone would benefit out of it, then please share this video. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, then please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for joining in.